To welcome the chair of the Shirley Papanui Community Board, who doesn't have to wait till after a separate PX. Again, just Part B items. Is there anything you'd like to raise?
No, actually both of these meetings were the quickest ones we've had all term, so there was nothing of great interest.
This is going to be the quickest one we've had all term. Nothing? Okay. Pauline Cotter and seconded... somebody will second it. Andrew Turner. And, sorry, Pauline, did you have a comment?
I just thought it might be worth, on page 69, item 8, we've had the report...
Hang on, you're going ahead.
Oh, sorry, I've skipped forward. Are you going to talk to that, Mike?
You can talk.
Oh, good. No, you do it.
Okay, so I'll put the motion on that one. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Now we'll move to the second one, which has moved Pauline Cotter, seconded David East. And did you want to speak to that, Michael?
So you're talking about item 8, Pauline? Okay. Yeah, so this is about the Spencerville Residents Association. Obviously they have quite a few issues out there. So we're going to go out to the community and have our board meeting out there and also have a conversation with the residents out there about what's sort of happening and how we can work with them. It looks like they will have it in the beginning of December. And we'll aim to push the board meeting out to about 6 p.m. to try and get as many local residents to it as possible and have the conversation before it.
Great. That's a good thing to do. Excellent.
Also, this meeting was, we're back to full quota for elected members, which was good, so Joe Burns joined us, although we had a couple of apologies, so it's been a while since we've had all board members at the meeting.
Yeah, no, that's great. Pauline?
I think it would be good to mention the success of the Sunley Orchard project too. That's got a lot of community input, and they're out there having education programs all run by volunteers about how to prune the trees and getting that little orchard back on track. So they've
changed the name of that orchard too now to the Papanui Community Orchard.
Yeah.
To save confusion with the spelling of Sunley.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that all looks great.
And I guess the other thing on
Papanui.
The other thing on there is we had our conversation with the St Albans community about the long-term vision of the community facilities in St Albans, and I think it was overwhelmingly put across that they're looking for a multi-use facility, obviously to eventually replace the transitional one that we currently have.
Is that would that go on the old site?
That's a discussion we need to have, I guess, with the community. We're the best place to put that and look at the land that is council owned.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at it, but is it still standing? Is it repairable or is it being demolished? It's
gone.
It's demolished.
Demolished, and it's got a transitional centre on there at the moment that's been given.
But the transitional centre is...
I drive by there so often and I've...
Well, look, you'd be forgiven for thinking that it did have... It looks quite good, yeah. But it's one room, really.
Right.
So it's not really a community centre and it's not...
It's more of a meeting room. The community centre is more of a meeting room.
The community centre was busy all the time. There was just stuff going on in all the different rooms. And I think that's what the community's saying they want to have back.
Yep, and what the board is seeing is that the council owns 2 sites there. It might be worth having a conversation about whether we just use one or what.
Right.
But we need to hear back. But if I could just say that time and again, the community keeps coming back and saying what's happened to that 3.6 million that was allocated to that community centre when it was still standing before the earthquakes to upgrade it, and the council got all the plans done and everything and purchased extra property. Now, I know the money is gone, but can we get some official notification to the community board about that, just so that we can say to the community, this is where the money, it's gone and whatever, but we need something, definite to tell them.
So this was prior to 2010? So it was on the 2009, 2016
I think it was early
budget.
2010, actually, if my memory serves me well. Maybe February 2010 resolution.
Okay. Okay, so that the report be received and that that staff update the community board with information about the historic plans to or about earlier plans to upgrade the facility
On Colombo Street.
on Colombo Street.
And what happened to the funding set aside for that? It was $3.6 million.
I could.
I know.
We can all answer that question.
I know, but
Okay.
doesn't it come up all the time?
It comes up. This is one of the biggest problems that does come up when we talk about the facility.
And how the commitment of funds to the council budget was removed. I mean, was addressed. Why don't we put was addressed, and then we can find out the detail.
Don't you actually want to know what's the plan for it going forward, right? I mean, you can look back, but the really simple answer is council didn't put it on the budget as part of the annual plan post-earthquake because there was a transitional facility there. That's not, I mean, the key thing is, what is the future?
The thing is that, and then...
is there a
the community board is working on the future with the community.
There is a future being planned which has got no relationship to that. I think that the community kind of want to have closure on what happened.
Yes, that's...
And how it happened.
Yeah,
and we can get them that information.
I think one of the biggest problems we've got is because we've got a transitional centre, people forget that it is transitional. So we need to look for the future and work out what we're going to do. And not just focus on what we've got at the moment, which is going to obviously go eventually.
Yeah. All right, I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's very useful. Thank you. Spraden Heathcote.